Alrighty. Back again, folks. For some more SoulCalibur 6. Libra of Soul mode. Continuing the Libra of Soul mode. It's about time I just didn't get too last night. Got a little late. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's see, what do I start with? Thomas Listen Savior. I'll start with the interpreted version. Oh wait. Behind brains. They're both the same. Bring out the save board. Only vertical attacks are effective. Only kicks are effective. Ooh. You got a whole bunch of food for that. And a whole bunch of food for that too. Alright. Well, really doesn't matter. I'll start with the 5 rings. See what food I got. So get a second, I'll grab a break. And I'll just the vertical attacks are effective. Things were slowly returning to normal in Yangguan. As I walked through the town, I saw a man, possibly a merchant, who was being assailed by a group of masked ruffians, desperate who sought my help. Back in Yangguan, it seemed as though life was beginning to return to normal. The people were finally starting to recover from the tragedy. Who are you, huh? What are you doing? I heard voices coming from an alleyway up ahead. It sounded like trouble. A man dressed like a merchant came running out moments later, his slight form and hesitant gait. Made it clear he was not the source of any violence. Oh, thank goodness, a warrior, please save me. The merchant moved to cower behind me just as a masked man stepped out of the alley. I found a weapon pointed at me. Hand him over or you'll regret it. Hello, Challenger, join. Welcome to the stream. It's SoulCalibur time. Use the verticals for victory.
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh man. Got it.
Battle 2. Fight!
Cool. There we go. That's that. You get a lot of food for that. Let me know how the audio is. Anybody's watching. Always good to know. I owe you a great debt. Please let me make it up to you somehow. The man introduced himself as Zihan and lived George, tea house by a waterway. My family's business is in connecting mercenaries with clients. We also help find people bodyguards and the like. Yo, Hippo Knives, what's up? Oh, and thank you for the follow very much, Hippo Knives. You are the 45th. I have 5 more until affiliate. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you enjoy it. To get to the chase, we're not exactly legitimate, so we operate a front to keep our more lucrative business out of sight. And just so you know, we're called the 5 Rings. We run this city, or at least we used to. Be on side and sip his tea. In our line of work, violence is only natural, right? Well, our syndicate is accustomed to dealing with it, and pretty good at dishing it out, too. But recently, my father, Kong Wong, disappeared. Kong Wong, a name I was familiar with. As you can probably guess by looking at me, I'm not one for fighting, so I don't command the respect that my father did. Since he went missing, my men have been deserting in droves. It seemed like Zeon would never stop complaining, so I interrupted by asking about the masked man. Oh, he's one of the Silver Tigers. That's Lin Pei's gang. They run a town a few days' journey from here, and they have a real grudge against my father. They'll take any chance they can get to cause any trouble. I added the word any to that sentence, apparently. I know they've still got plenty of tricks in store for us, but I'm glad you were there to foil them today. Thanks again. Leon smiled at me. He certainly didn't act like the heir of a powerful crime family. I couldn't help but feel worried about him. I felt a connection between us, at least because of Kong Wong. I decided to check up on him again if the opportunity presented itself. Thanks again very much for the follow with the knives. I always appreciate every follow. Is the audio good, by the way? I always ask if audio is good. That's my excuse me, main priority with these. Alright, Interpret Merchant Thomas the Sincere. It's like, why does firework in this kind of so it? Yeah, no problem. It's I've seen that Seductor was hosting you, so I thought I'd check it out. Oh, cool. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. I'm coughing a lot lately for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Whew, alright. Almost didn't seem like the brightest firework in the sky, so it hardly came as a surprise to learn that tad garbled, but I can make out what you're saying. Oh man. Well, yeah, I know my mic is not the best. Not good with I try to stream when there's not a lot of people around, because it's a little too good at picking up background noise. Anyway, on the Kickstarter, I'm going to try out trouble again, the Ming Empire. Ming Empire was known far and wide as a center of trade. Once at the height of its wealth and power, it even built a grand fleet that sailed as far as Africa. Oh, excuse me, Jesus. So sorry. However, the Empire was now a shadow of its former glory. Its once bustling harbors now lay still in silence. Get your hands off me, I haven't smuggled anything. I recognize that voice. It was that of Thomas the Merchant. Petty official. I'm going to need to see some proof. If you could give me a little something to show me you mean well, then maybe I want to arrest you. Give you something? Oh, you want me to bribe you? Bribe in all caps. Keep your voice down, you idiot. Slap. That sounded like a slap sound effect. Oh. Why am I coughing so much? Ugh. Okay. Guards bound Thomas and began to beat him with the butts of their spears. I had to stop them. You beat them with their butts? That is unsanitary. That is just not right. What's this I hear about beating people up with your butts? I do not tolerate butt beating. Oops. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh, you ducked it. Okay, here we go. Cool. Oh boy. Oh, no. Here we go. Woo, that was a close one.
Come at me.
Come at me. Oh, I just realized I have 2 more opponents. Uh-oh. Oh man, I didn't tell. Hold on. Come at me, bro. Yeah, that's what my guy said. There we go. Alright, I hope I get a little bit more health back. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. No. Oh, it's longer. Oh.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Yeah, that's not a good start. We will not abandon the mission. We will go on. Oh. I keep using the same move, but as they say, kicks are effective. Missed. Okay, here we go. We're in a much better spot this time. We got more health after the first fight. That's more like it. Oh, I didn't mean to actually do that. I've been meaning to do this one. Oh, and when I actually do it, I fail. Yeah, that timer. Nope. There we go. Oh, no. I'll get this eventually. Oh!
Take this.
Oh! Oh. No! Why do they always use that move? Oh, excuse me?
The soul of a warrior.
Well, this guy's playing like a scrub online. Keep on using the same move over and over. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my pitiful performance. I know I'm not the best player ever. Exactly what my description says. I just realized my sword kind of looks like a Legend of Zelda sword in a way. Kind of sword? I don't know. Oh, I should have just kept blocking. Kind of does. That does a lot of damage too. I was just thinking about that one move that this third guy spams. Yep, there he goes. He was using that move again. Okay. No, you don't. Oh boy. Woo, there we go. 3rd time's the charm. As they say. Grr, if you defy me, then you defy the Ming Empire itself. What's all the commotion over here? Governor General. He's got like 2 different titles. He's got 2 different titles. The governor and the general. Your Excellency, what are you doing here? Excuse me, good sir. These officers here were just trying to get me to bribe them. You fools! My dear travelers, allow me to offer my deepest apologies for the trouble you've been caused. Oh, no need to apologize. This sort of thing happens all the time. Looks like you saved me again, friend. Business as usual. I get bribed every day. This is the perfect opportunity to pay you back for your help that fateful day. Just as I promised, I've got something real special here that you're bound to like. Thomas produced a small bundle and pressed it into my hands. Whoa, Thomas. Go on, take it, it's yours. You know, I actually could still use your help. Truth be told, I'm looking to get into the tea business, and the market's just taking a huge hit. I'd like to buy up as much as I can now while the price is still low. You know what? We got the money. Let's give them all the money we can give them. Give them 1,500. Wow! I can really corner the market with this much. I'm going to be swimming in profit. Thomas left in high spirits. I've been jovially... I don't know if I'm saying that right. And beaming in delight. Apologies if I mispronounce any words, of course. There are still many big boy words that mystify me to this day. Anywho, Werewolf. Got a whole bunch of food. Ginger. Nutmeg. Alright, now what? Hot pot. Oh, let's just go. I continue with the main story here with Wu Chang. Oh, wait a minute. Level 10, level 11. Capture the clove thieves. What level am I again? 12. What's this? Level 7, level 11, and level 12. Let's go. Yeah, why not? We'll go over here and capture the clove thieves. We got the money. Oh, it's not good. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I'm surprised we didn't get attacked along the way, but we did get attacked along the way. I jinxed it. You reflect damage when you perform a guard impact. Aw, man. I'm terrible at performing guard impacts. A bandit leaped out of nowhere to block my path. I had no choice but to fight. Criminal invasion! That sounds like it could be a title of a good movie or a TV show. Then again, I guess criminal invasion could just be another, like, way to say the purge. Let's see, and it's like a food. What do we got? Damage recovery, damage, damage cost, keys, go back, okay. Quad gauge, damage, plus 30. Oh, I got 3 of these. 3 of these black peppers. How about auto count? Maybe that'll work well. Here we go. Invader! Oh. Oh. Aha! Okay, I guess there was no need for that food. Or maybe it helped me more than I thought it did. Oh. Well, that sounds dope. So weird. Okay. Ooh, Igniosis Blade. That's a nightmare weapon. Arrived at destination. Capture the clove thieves. Is everything fine? I mean, is it still watching? Because I noticed on my computer there's like a message that's like Twitch machine got unplugged. Oh, I don't know if that's the case for like everybody else. I hope not, because that would just be incredibly unfortunate. Okay, I guess this must be my computer then or something. That's weird. Well, I guess everything will just be all dandy anyway. Anyway, Moluccas were famous for their fragrant cloves, which are sometimes used to ward off demons. A clove merchant from one of the island's ports had a request for me. The opponents move more quickly, but they start the battle with a reduced guard gauge. Defeat them all! Ooh, I know exactly what to do. Guard gauge damage. Suckers! I have Starfire fight on our side. Hey, you know what? Yeah, let's bring along Starfire. First companion, second. Here we go. Let's see if Starfire does any damage. I took on a request from a merchant at the dock to drive away any thieves who aim to steal a shipment of cloves. At dawn, I was waiting on the deck of a ship loaded with cargo when I noticed a group of shifty people on the pier. As I stepped onto the dock, the thieves suddenly attacked. We're under attack! Say it ain't so. And here we go. Come on, Starfire. See what you do. That's not me controlling her, by the way. This is like an AI. Whoa, he's actually doing really well. Oh, I completely jinxed her. Oh. I think that was the only time she got attacked too. She just got kicked once and then she got kicked out of the arena. I have to do everything myself. Okay. Sorry for the sorry if the frequent appearance of stream elements annoys you by any chance. It took me a while to figure that kind of thing out, and glad it's working as it is. But I don't know, maybe sometimes it just appears a bit too much. Ooh, I got a title, The Soul of Mitsurugi. Sweet. I know what that's for. That's for like that's probably for either using Mitsurugi's style a whole bunch of times or winning a whole bunch of times. Is using Mitsurugi's style. I want to get the soul of Raphael next. I questioned the thieves about their employer. It seemed to be a person working for the merchant who hired me. Merchant was delighted and gave me a great deal of expensive spices. Ooh, spicy. Yay, 3 cloves. I have no idea what they do. Aw, man. I was hoping to travel over to where that that other green one was, but I guess not. None shall forget. Wait a minute. What is it? Does this say capture the cinnamon thieves? Those dreaded cinnamon thieves. Let's go get him. Oh, wait a minute. Whatever. Hold on. Actually... yeah, you know what, we'll do it. Continue the expedition. I was like tempted to... Actually, no. And change location, we'll go all the way back here. And then we'll do this. There we go, now we spend less money. Spend less money that way. Hello, Challenger, just joined. Welcome to the stream. It's SoulCalibur time. Playing some SoulCalibur, the Libra of Soul mode. We ain't gonna attack that time. Alright, time to capture the cinnamon thieves. There's still too much cinnamon toast crunch. We gotta stop them before they can actually see the taste. Ceylon is a major producer of cinnamon, a spice favored by royalty in the upper classes. One of the island's plantation owners came to me with the request. Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop from the washcloth. What's up, buddy? Hello, Study Cup. Yeah, sorry about that. Hold on. I can see the remote ID. Nice. Alright, you can join, Washcloth. Welcome to the stream. I'm about to capture those cinnamon thieves, or at least try to. One of the island's plantation owners came to me with the request. Your opponents were more quickly with a great deal of damage from counter hits. I haven't watched anything on SoulCalibur yet. How is Geralt? Geralt's fun. He's a cool character. I like him. And this coming from a guy who has never played a Witcher game at all. Never touched a single one. I only played 3. That might be the one with him in it. But you should, man. Stream it. Maybe if it's ever like free or something. I don't know, we'll see. Witcher 3 is sick. Well, cool. Maybe I'll give it a try one of these days. It's not like it's not really a top priority for me right now, to be honest. But I'll give it a try when all is well. I mean, not all is well. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying I got other things in mind, like some new games on the Switch and other stuff to use for streams and everything, and giving my streams more variety and stuff, so I'm not stuck on PS4 all the time. Can't find my Switch dock. I really don't. I should really, I've not played my Switch that much, and I'm ashamed because of that, because I really should be playing my Switch more often than I do. I can't even remember the last time I played it. It's got a Skyrim esque feeling. Smash is gonna be sick. Woo, 24-hour stream. That'd be cool. I might just wait till Christmas to get Smash since it comes so close to Christmas anyway. I've been regular tests from a cinnamon farm and the manager asked me to stop them. Smash is cool. This is Smash Brothers is probably, if it's not this game, if it's not the SoulCalibur series, Smash Brothers is probably my second favorite fighting game series. That or this one. Tekken is my favorite because I grew up with Tekken, but it's either this or this series or Smash Brothers that is my second favorite. I waited in hiding near a storehouse for processed cinnamon. After a while, a group of people arrived. I moved to stop them from entering, and the band of ruffians fell upon me. That was like $7 there, and now that I need a dock, those are like 100 easy. Yeah, Switch is expensive. I mean, just to get like all the stuff you need for it, like all the controllers and it's just like chargers and stuff. And if you wanna play with your buddies more, if you're prepared to spend more money than would probably be necessary. I was fortunate enough to get mine for Christmas last year, so I have the Pro controller and 4 Joy-Cons, car charger stands. I lost the dock. I have the Pro controller as well. I love the Pro controller. I like how it's wireless and it actually feels pretty good. Like, got a good grip and everything. I have a Pro controller and just 2 Joy-Cons, and those were like the Joy-Cons that came with the Switch. I would like to get more. I think I would like to get maybe another set of Joy-Cons. It's a damn good controller. Yes, it is. And it's probably sitting there on my mantle collecting dust as I speak. Because I have not touched the Switch in too long. It's been too long since I touched the Switch. Give back the Cinnamon Toast Crunch! You couldn't see why we love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think it's a good cereal. But then again, I also like cinnamon in general. Cinnamon's one of my favorite little, it probably is my favorite spice. I mean, if that is a... Me for. Oh no. An imposter. There's 2 washcloths. I captured the thieves and took them to the manager. They were youths from a neighboring village. The manager was pleased with my service and provided me with a wealth of expensive spices. Spicy! Exquisite! Man, when you play all these like side quests though, you don't really get a whole lot of experience. Like when you're doing the big story missions, that's when you get a whole lot of experience, but when you get like, when you're doing all these little side content stuff, it's like, prepare for a grind. Oh wait a minute, isn't there? Oh, never mind, I guess not. Fortune's Burden, the Ruins. 13, level 16, level 10. None shall forget. What's this over here? Level 13. Heck, this is right next to me. We'll go for it. Arrived at destination. Alright, let's hold on. I had found the hidden ruins in the forest and I was about to discover the truth behind the curse that had terrified the elderly man's soul. What elderly man? I completely forgot about that elderly man. What do we got? Auto guard impact. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Auto grapple break, nullify counter. Garden packs are like the most difficult thing to do in this game, I feel like. So yeah, I've done them before, but like one of those things, you know. It's always the counter moves that, or the parries. I should say it's a parry. Here we go. We'll put in Clownish. See what you can do, Clownish. Map the old man had entrusted to me pointed to a forest, deep inside of which were the cursed ruins where a treasure hid. By the time I arrived at the forest edge, though, the day had already grown dark. As soon as I entered the forest, I felt like I was being watched. That feeling only grew as I followed the map toward the ruins. Suddenly, my watchers revealed themselves. I held my lantern up and countless skeletons came into view, shuffling their way towards me through the trees. Some of them looked ancient, while others seemed quite fresh. I sensed a familiar evil emanating from the shambling corpses. This must be the curse that old man had mentioned. With every moment that passed, more skeletons gathered around me. I needed to destroy them before I was completely surrounded. I'm surrounded by idiots. That reminds me, there's a live-action Lion King coming out, and I don't know why. Oh, right. I'm not playing right now. It's punish. Again, we got an AI-controlled mercenary here who doesn't appear to be doing a very good job. Aww. Now that I think about it, that might have been like a Harley Quinn knockoff. Well, so much for that. Perfect. And she softened him up for me at least. Correct. Yes, I am fighting a skeleton. So, I love how far the customization goes in this game. If there's one thing that SoulCalibur has definitely improved with each installment, it's customization. Because you can make all like characters from different races in this game. And all of a sudden, things just got really tricky. Oh boy. Oh. There we go. Ooh, okay. That was a bit of a tricky last opponent there, but we pulled through. How long I've fought, I couldn't say. When the last skeleton fell, the sky was already glowing with the light of dawn. I blinked, realizing the ruins I sought were right before me. Exhausted, I dragged myself forward, following a flight of stairs downward into the earth. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! The stairs led down into a vast chamber. I cast my light around the room, revealing a terrifying mural covering the entirety of one massive wall. The mural showed a figure standing proudly atop a mountain of corpses, holding a massive axe with a single eye embedded in it. Sorry, I just imagined like the Mona Lisa. When it says mural, it made me think of like the Mona Lisa. Now I'm like imagining the Mona Lisa atop a mountain of corpses, and she's like, yeah. Countless bizarre symbols were carved everywhere, each of them emanating the same dark energy the skeletons above had. The altar loomed in the center of the chamber, surrounded by ancient faces. I tried lifting one and found it to be extremely heavy. I broke open the vase's seal to find it stuffed to the brim with jewels and gold. Jackpot! So many who had come seeking this vast fortune had paid for it with their lives. The old man had made it out alive, but he was forever changed. I began to feel the malevolent weight of this place press upon me. Thinking of the army of the dead and this disturbing mural, I now knew why the old man had said he just wanted to forget it all.
Your soul surges in your body.
Huzzah! Level up! Unlucky number 13. Now watch me lose every fight from now on until I get level 14. Pervious Heliodor. I guess that's how you say that. Let us end our expedition. And change location. How about... Yeah, we'll go back to where we gotta go. And none shall forget. Bounty for scoundrels. Arrived at destination. None shall forget. Hey, I fought this guy before. And he makes me think of Shaolin from Paladins. Or maybe it looks like Rambo, now that I think about it. Rambo with more clothes. Ling Shangshu, a mountain temple famous for its martial arts training, was my next destination. I was climbing Jinxing Shan, I don't know if I said that right, to find it when a child's scream pierced the air. Combos do much less damage. Joke's on you, I suck at doing combos. Nah, I don't know. It varies. Here we go. Surrounded by mountains, the Ling Shangshu Temple had a long history of martial arts tradition. However, the temple had fallen into disrepair and no trace of its former glory was to be found. According to those living in a village nearby, a horrible disaster had befallen the temple a year earlier. I made my way up the mountain path toward the ruins. I heard the shrill cries of children in the distance. Ah! That was the shrill cry of that young girl, which sounded awfully masculine, who was desperately wielding a staff in trembling hands, and a young boy. The two of them, most likely brother and sister, were being chased by what appeared to be bandits. It's always the bandits. The bandit was about to grab one of the children's arms when I intervened. Who the hell are you? You're looking to get yourself killed or something? Bandits using a bulldoze fighting style. I should be saying what the fighting styles these characters keep on using. I've been using Mitsurugi's, because Mitsurugi's my boy. But I do plan on playing through this mode again. But next time when I play through this mode, I'll be playing as an evil person, making all the evil choices, because this is one of those games where you can like make good choices and you can make evil choices. And in this case, I'm making all the good choices. But next time I will be evil. Evil! Particle boy, come quick, I got the evil. Perfect! Avi! Nothing like a nice cup of water. A few sips of water every now and again to refresh ourselves. Yoshimitsu's always been my bro. He is cool. He's especially cool in this game. I think this is probably like my favorite Yoshimitsu. Like both in this and in Tekken. I mean, I always liked Yoshimitsu in Tekken as well, but I don't know. There's something about this Yoshimitsu that's just so cool in this game. After defeating the bandits, I turned to find the children huddled together on the ground. It's definitely the best looking Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu just looks so awesome in this game. Concerned as to what two children were doing alone in these ruins, I carefully asked them to explain themselves, making sure not to intimidate them in the process. I made sure not to intimidate them with my gigantic shoulder blades and my top hat and my goat legs with spider webs on them. We came from the nearby village to gather some wild veggies. That's not what a girl sounds like. We came from the nearby village to gather some wild veggies. Not many people know about this place, so we didn't think there'd be anyone around here.
Our dad actually told us to stay away from Ling Shangsu Temple, but ow!
Shh, he doesn't need to know that.
It appeared as though the children hadn't told any adults they were coming here. When I urged them to hurry back to their village, the young girl became somewhat defensive.
The grown-ups are trying to scare us by telling us we'd go crazy, or something that bad would happen if we came here. It's fine. Other people come here too, you know.
The young girl told me about the graves nearby and how they regularly had freshly laid flowers on them. Although other people may come to the area, this was no place for children. Their being attacked by bandits was proof of that. When I pointed this out, the two agreed to return to their village, reluctantly admitting they shouldn't have been there to begin with. After seeing the children off to their village at the foot of the mountain, I decided to search for the graves they mentioned earlier. Not much time had passed before I found them. The burial site was peaceful, and the graves themselves were arranged beautifully, adorned with exquisite flowers. Though it was a mystery as to who left the flowers, I was not going to find the answer here. Ta-da! Alright, let's go. Now to finally actually continue with the main story here. I haven't played the main story at all throughout this entire stream. So, we'll go back to the main story. Main story is all the red missions. I headed towards Ling Shangsu with the comatose Howran, or Howran. I don't know how you say his name. I think I was calling it a bit of both last stream. But ran into a group of soldiers on the road. Given my situation, the last thing I needed was any trouble, but that's what I got. You have reduced health and your opponent has increased defense. Defeat them! Increased defense, that just won't do. Let's see now. I want anything? And maybe that'll help. And then again, they don't really have that powerful of a weapon. We'll see. Oh, by the way, Howran was one of our buddies last stream. He came along with us on our journey for a bit, then he went back to his village, but when he got to his village he was possessed and he became a malfested, so he was all evil and killy and everything, so we had to stop him, and we had the option to kill him right then and there, but we chose to show him mercy. If we want to save him, we want to stop him, get back the old Howran, because the old Howran was so friendly. Hey, stop there! You came from Yangguang, right? Highway guard. I like some of the names these generic characters have. I mean, that's not one of the better ones, but there have been a lot of better ones. I think there was like a character earlier, last stream, it was like a woman with intense gaze. It's just, Very descriptive. Everyone leaving Yangguang must submit to a thorough investigation. What's that you have there? Show me at once. Before I had a chance to protest, the soldier ripped open the cloth, revealing Horan. Or Howran. I really don't know. What the? Master Horan. Howran. I really have no idea how to say his name. I keep on changing the pronunciation. What did you do to him? You'll pay for this. Seize him. You got it all wrong, highway gods. Hello, Challenger, join the stream. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Playing me some SoulCalibur tonight.
Battle 1.
It's one of the many things I would like to stream. Stream more. Plenty of other things I want to stream too. Oh. Yeah.
Battle 2. Fight.
Aha! You didn't block the last one, did you? Yo! Damn you, you're too strong. Maybe it was just because I can't really see in this helmet. My vision is kind of impaired. In an attempt to calm the soldier, I told him I was a friend of Hao Yu's. How do you do? I explained what happened to Howran. Or Howran. Forget it. And what I was hoping to do. So, he's not dead? It's also hard to believe, but you're right, he has a pulse. Master Howran taught me martial arts. Hao Yu's a friend too. The soldier went quiet for a while, then nodded slightly and put away his sword. Good. You don't know if there were children around. Okay, I believe you. You can go, Master Howran's fate is in your hands. Put away his sword. This is very indecent, buddy. Alright, rewards acquired. Here we are. My dirty joke caused someone to leave. Sorry about that. The mysterious old man. Alright, see you, Hippo Knives. Thanks again very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I am one step closer to affiliate. Down to the final 5 follow lead for affiliate. Also need the whole average 3 viewers in 30 days thing still for that. I shall have a good stream, I must. Have a good night, Hippo. Ling Shang Su was nearby, however, neither it nor any monks were to be seen. Not wanting, the pain in my head grew almost unbearable. Uh-oh, getting headaches again. Mysterious old... That is no mysterious old man, I know who you are. Edge Master. You're okay. It was an old white-haired man. This is not good. Stay still. Okay. I just felt the need to do that. Does that feel a little better? How the old man was able to ease my pain. I almost said pain. Ease my pain. I don't know, but I thanked him profusely. On second glance, this was no ordinary old man. He had piercing blue eyes and appeared in peak physical condition. I couldn't help but develop a crush. No, from his bearing, he was a powerful warrior. I recalled what Hao Yu had said about a legendary martial arts master who taught at Lingsheng Su. Apparently the master only left his meditations to pass on his knowledge. The man standing before me hit Hao Yu's description. He had to be the one I sought. Basically, I told him everything, what Hao Yu had told me, how Haoran had become malfested, and about the medicine I received from the man in black. I see. As he listened to my story, his expression grew serious. Follow me. Interesting. The Burden of Fate. The Cave of the Master Swordsman. Let's go. Oh boy. I got no mercenaries. This might actually be pretty tricky. My journey led me to a temple constructed in a cave deep in the mountains where an elderly man had a request for me. Critical damage. Let's try nullify counter. Oh wait. Soul gauge recovery, soul gauge cost. We'll try this, I guess. Flowering key. Alright, here we go. The man led me to a beautiful temple deep in the mountains, surrounded by clear, bubbling streams. Not a person was in sight. We entered a comfortable, spare stone room, and the man took his ease. Is there anything you would like to ask me? Ask me about Haoran's condition. Ask about the medicine you gave to Haoran. Don't ask anything. Ask about Haoran's condition. It appears that the evil has not consumed him completely yet. I may be able to help you restore him, however. It is he who must cast off the darkness that has afflicted him. Only if his heart is strong enough can he be saved. Ask about the medicine you gave to Haoran. It appears to be an ancient medicine from Western Europe. It could only have been made with knowledge long thought lost. Luckily, only those who have inherited a long history and a great purpose still possess the skill and knowledge to craft it. We're all set. Here we are. You are special. A great power sleeps within you. You have been swept by in a grand destiny. You've been swept up. Where did I get by from? In a grand destiny, and where it will take you is uncertain. There is a young man here who has a similar fate. I would like you to spar with him. Ooh, I know. Kulik. Confused though I was, I saw no reason to refuse his request. He had agreed to help save Haoran, so I happily accepted. Kulik, your next opponent awaits. Who's this? Fight, and perhaps the answer will become clear. As you wish, Master. Yay, we're fighting a SoulCalibur veteran. Again, wouldn't be the first time. We've also fought Maxi and Mitsurugi in this story.
Battle 1. Fight! Got you!
Bring it on, Kulik. Oh man. Baseball slide. Oh. I say no to your reversal edge. Using a grab. There we go. I haven't been using sometimes I like forget I forget to use like other buttons on the controller that gives me like more attacks and stuff. I really should be doing that more with this game. Whee! I missed. I feel my spirit surging. Ah! Oh yeah. Yo yo. Oh, that's how you want to play, huh? Okay then. Come at me. Huzzah! We beat Kulik pretty easily. So, did you learn something? Yes, I saw equilibrium, barely maintained between self and darkness. I see, then the time has almost come. Master? Do not concern yourself. Well, off with you. You have yet to finish your daily training. Yes, Master. Oh, the return of Yes, Master. Kulik said that a lot in the main story. Yes, Master. Kulik bowed and left. The sun had set, but it appeared he still had training to do.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woohoo! Style points. Problems to be faced. Returning to the temple, I asked the old man if I had been of help. When the time comes, all will be clear. One sec. Aran showed no sign of waking. I had no choice but to leave him with the old man, though I wasn't sure if he could help. He seems to have been a devoted martial artist. His body is strong, so I expect he will wake up in good time. I remember that Halran said he had trained in order to gain control of himself. Those faced with evil must face themselves. Halran knew he had darkness in his heart. Could he live with his sins? The only one with that answer was Halran. It would no doubt be a difficult question to face. You too will have to answer sooner or later. Startled, I looked at the old man. He stared at me intensely, his eyes filled with wisdom and sadness. It was as though there was nothing he didn't know. Before I knew it, I was telling him about everything that had happened to me. He listened calmly and patiently. I see. So you are another who wishes to seize their own destiny. My head began to throb, reminding me I needed to find an astral fissure. Or the Astul Fishies, as Mitsurugi calls them. I explained that I had to go to Groh and thanked the old man for his help with Halran. He nodded. Kulik approached me as I was preparing to leave. Hello, Katie. Master told me to help you prepare for the treacherous mountain roads ahead. We hadn't known each other long, but I felt a connection to Kulik. I have a feeling our paths will cross again. When we do, I hope we can have a rematch. Kulik saw me off and I began my journey to Groh. Yay! I was kind of hoping he'd accompany us, but oh well, can't have everything. Queen tea, high quality. Now what? Ruslan. Let's see. Go back here. Jiro-san, rumors of a dojang. I have no idea if I said that right. Hey you, you're the one that was going toe-to-toe with the official here, aren't you? That was quite the gripping performance. The man who approached me appeared to be a peddler from Korea. He described himself as an avid spectator of martial arts, traveling the land in search of famous training halls as he sold his wares along the way. I'm not really the fighting type myself, you see, which is why I have so much respect for those with power. I may not be one to judge, but you seem much stronger than the masters of the famous dojang in my hometown. Actually, that might be interesting. Why not go a few rounds with them? The merchant told me about the songs. A family located just beyond the gates of Jiro-san, his hometown in Korea. The current master of their dojang was Hong Myung, hailed by those who knew him as a god among martial artists. His family had earned the trust of the king and were known as the greatest martial artists in the country. There's not a soul in that town who doesn't know that family. They're the best of the best. It won't be easy to beat them, but you're cooler no pushover either, so it should be a good fight. If you're up to it, head over to the Song Dojang. The merchant chuckled as he bid farewell and went his way. Jiro-san, the Song Dojang. Why not? We'll go for it. No, wait. Let's check the other locations first. In search of strength. Wait a minute, there's two of these? That's weird. Arrived at destination. Bounty for scoundrels. Your opponent has a high likelihood of crushing your guard. Defeat them. I accepted a request to eliminate a blackguard who was troubling the area. Apparently, the brute had already defeated a number of mercenaries and bounty hunters. Alright, here we go.
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh, that's 3 out of 5 here. He's got a Triton. King Neptune, you're not, sir. Perfect again. You're getting a whole lot of perfects this stream. Whoa! Ow. Oh man, missed that. Oh boy.
Battle 3. Fight!
No, you don't. Oh yeah.
his pants.
You are merely in your underwear now, sir. Tofana Scissors, level 5. Nice. Continue expedition. In search of strength.
A warrior stands in your way.
Uh-oh. Oh, that just won't do. You still take damage when guarding. Maybe I'll have to take this guard stuff then. Randomly down and nowhere to block my path. I have no choice but to fight. Alright then. Here we go. You are very far away from you. Oh man. I did not mean to block with that. Oh well. Woo! I have a feeling I would get attacked here. Fermented tea. Cage Curie, level 5. What weapon is that? I think that's yeah, that's a Cervantes weapon. Okay. Arrived at destination. In search of strength. A worthy opponent awaited me at the end of my journey. With our pride as warriors at stake, we began our battle. 2 bars of your soul gauge filled. Okay. Let's do this. Perfect. I just noticed I got 3 opponents. What level is this one? Also 11. It was Maxi. I mean, not Maxi, but Maxi's star. Perfect. Alright. Oh boy. Whoa. Perfect. Yeah. That was epic. So weird, right? How do I... Boer level 5. That's a Taro weapon. Cool. Alright, one sec. I want to check something. Let's sound live. Okay then. Let's continue our expedition. What we got here? Bounty for scoundrels. Let's go then. I've got destination. I could have sworn I already did this though. Only a critical edge attack can finish your opponent. Is that so? Okie dokie then. I accepted a request to eliminate a blackguard who was troubling the area. Apparently the brute had already defeated a number of mercenaries and bounty hunters. I should equip... probably equip this then. Flowering tea. Here we go then. Oh boy. Ooh. Gotcha. Yeah, you shouldn't block. Woohoo!
Come at me!
Come at me. Kokyuin, well, I don't know what that reads, but it's Shanghua. End expedition. What we got here? Search of strength. Level 13. Oh, stupid app. I don't know if that'll work. Hopefully it does. We'll see. I think I'll go back to the, I think I'll go back to the main story for now. Human Pass. Here we go. Westland. What I happened across was stacked high with weapons. The gigantic man at its helm, however, appeared loath to share and demanded something from me. The opponent has high hope but receives much more damage from low attacks. Oh, I know who my opponent is. Judging by that weapon. Bring it on, Astaroth. Alright. High health. Here we go. Hello, Chandler. Join. Welcome to the stream. Playing some SoulCalibur 6. On the way to Groh, I came across a wagon packed full of weapons. Luckily, an arms merchant, I mused over where the cart was heading, and suddenly the cart shuddered to a stop. The cart shook as a huge man stepped down. He was as big as a boulder. You hold strong weapon. I am Ruslan. Strong weapon is for a strong person only. Oh, I was kind of hoping we fight Astul. You look weak. Boss should have weapon. Ruslan came to me, swinging his giant axe. It was clear there was no reasoning with him, so I hurriedly drew my weapon. Alright. And here we
Battle
go.
1. Fight!
Wow, for a big guy, you have quite a high-pitched voice. You do not skip leg day, sir. That is very clear. Oh, I thought he was going to ring me out there. Oh. It's so easy to ring people out on this stage, because this is like the stage in the game that has no walls at all. So, of course, it's easy to ring people out. The fight ended when Ruslan's gigantic body struck the cart, causing an avalanche of weapons to fall on top of him and pin him to the ground. Surprised they didn't kill him. Cannot move. Some of the weapons look like they would come in handy on my journey. Steal one of Ruslan's weapons? Warn him not to try the same thing again. Well, we're a good guy, so yeah, warn him not to try the same thing again. You are strong, but boss is stronger. Strength is all that matters. Who cares what weak little you want? You keep your weapon for now, but I know your smell. Next time I take weapon.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woohoo! Level 15. A message. Groh was near. I would likely arrive before sundown. Two people appeared, seemingly out of thin air. They were dressed all in black, like the man in Yongguang. Oh, it's Groh's people again. Hey there, easy now. I have a message for you. Sir Groh is waiting for you in Groh. Groh? Was that the man in black's name? Dion, I am still not sure it is wise to trust him. Yep, there we go. Woman with intense gaze. She's back. Fret not, Natalie. Remember that Azwel is no doubt nearby. Which means we are needed back at base. Exactly. It would be difficult for us to assist Sir Groh in this. The best thing we can do right now is stand aside. You there. Head to the Astral Fissure. Our message is delivered, so we take our leave of you. With that, they both simply vanished. Something was happening, that was for sure, and it sounded like time was of the essence. Thinking back, the Astral Fissure in Yongguang had disappeared quite suddenly. Yay! Here we go. Azwel. Uh-oh. Finally gonna meet up with Azwel. But we all know who he is at this point. Hold on. I'm gonna see what I'm on. Whoops. Okay. Here we go. Feels like these are the same missions. I'll go back to Azwel. I would like to definitely meet up with him. Here we are. Azwel. The messengers were telling the truth when I arrived at the Astral Fissure in Corena. The man in black Groh was waiting for me, but he was not alone. Your opponents have gone berserk, gaining increased attack power. Defeat them all. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try that. Actually, it probably would have been better to save that, but whatever. The astral fissure floated in the air above the weathered rain. It cast an ominous light, distorted ever so slightly by the scorching heat of the desert. As I thrust both of my arms into the astral fissure, a stream of power surged through me. Dot, dot, dot. That was the kind of power. The power of dot, dot, dot. Alright. Well, now this is a sight to behold. Dot, dot, dot. Exclamation point! The man in black, Groh, appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Answer me. Why do you seek the power of the astral fissure? Tell him the reason. I quickly described what had happened to me and told him that I would die without the power of the astral fissures. Much of your story rings false, but some of what you say does match our information. I shall give you the benefit of the doubt. Next time we meet, I will have answers from you, but I have more pressing matters to attend to now. Azwel, he will no doubt appear soon. If what you say is true, he is your enemy too. Groh fell silent. Who was this Azwel? Qualifiers had mentioned the name too. I waited with Groh, a feeling of unease gripping my chest. Blessed be! The astral fish has actually disappeared! Unusual man. Dot dot dot. Exclamation point. Azwel. Why, if it isn't my darling Groh! How on earth have you been? I came to retrieve the spirit sword fragment from your filthy hands and make you pay for your crimes with your life. I'd expect nothing less of the Admiral Organization's top dog with such mindless loyalty. You simply wouldn't be you without it. Oh, have you been making friends, Groh? I thought my memory was second to none, but I failed to recall seeing this character while I was still with the organization. Well, color me befuddled. You're an odd one, aren't you? Why on earth would you be here if you aren't with the organization? No, don't tell me. Let me guess for myself. Yes, I see. In the blink of an eye, the expression and manner went from mockingly ostentatious to contemplative. His tone sharp and serious. You must be the one who took care of the astral fissure that was here, correct? Dot dot dot. Oh, happy days! To think I'd meet someone like you, and I got to see my little Groh too. Wonderful! Well, hello there. You were involved in everything that happened in India, correct? Fascinating. You exude the same aura as an astral fissure. Dot dot dot. Question mark. Oh, I see. Oh, how intriguing. Such an interesting specimen. It's clear why my darling Groh here would be smitten with you. Well, it appears the stage is set for you and I to put on a wondrous performance. A fight over astral fissures. Such a dramatic setting. I can barely contain my excitement. I simply cannot wait to meet you again. Adieu. You will not escape. Grrr. Groh moved to pursue Azwel, but the strange man's minions stood in his path. This is just a little gift from me to you, my darling Groh. Doesn't it just bring back memories of your little friend Curtis? You bastard! These inconsequential creatures are merely failed experiments, but they pose quite the threat in a group, don't they? ... Oh, how scary, but please save your glass for someone who cares. You think I feel no pain? I feel for them, I do. But they were a necessary step on the path to humanity's salvation. Ah, such tragedy. I can hardly bear it. I can barely heart it. Anyhow, while I do enjoy our conversations, every moment I must endure these wretches' company pains me to no end. On Azwel's command, the malfested soldiers attacked. Whoa! There we go. Oh no. Oh man. Alright.
Your soul surges in your body.
Hooray! Oh, level up twice. Level up 3 times. My gold is over 9,000! The Evolve organization. By the time we had dispatched the malfested soldiers, Azwel was nowhere in sight. I believe we're done here. Groh was a formidable warrior. Likely he could have handled all of those enemies alone. Ask him about Dion and Natalie. Ask him about Azwel. I do not know his ultimate goal, but he is absorbing the power of the Astral Fissures in its pursuit. This is why I said he is your enemy. That is why I said he is your enemy. Azwel is also a traitor to our organization. One of my missions is to dispose of him. After everything that happened, Groh seemed a little more open to questions. I asked him to tell me more about his group. The Evolve organization's purpose is to destroy those who have lost their humanity, outsiders. I am still unsure whether or not you are one of them. You have absorbed Astral Fissures, so normally I would not hesitate to dispose of you. But let us make a deal. Judging by your movements up to this point, you do not know where the Astral Fissures will appear, correct? We can provide you with that information. In return, you work with us to take care of the Fissures. Know that your answer here will help me decide whether or not you are an outsider who must be destroyed. What say you? I believe it to be an attractive offer. Groh was spot on when he told me an Astral Fissure would appear in Groh. Such information would be incredibly useful to me. At that moment, I had no way of knowing where to head next. After some consideration, I took Groh up on his offer. Your power will help us achieve our goal. However, if I detect any sign of treachery, I will cut you down where you stand. First, we must depart this desert. Once that has been accomplished, I will tell you where to find the next Astral Fissure. ascended boy. Message for the aged in black. Eye full of rage. La, 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 la. I'm gonna get the recruitment agency, see if there's anybody new. Jacket. Isaac and McDonald. Here we go. Arrived at destination. Bounty for scoundrels. I accepted a request to eliminate a black guard that was troubling the area. Apparently the brood had already defeated a number of mercenaries and bounty hunters. Your opponent's health and soul gauge recover over time. No ringouts. I found that a number of these actually have ringouts disabled. Guess the Libra of Soul really encourages competitive play.
Battle 1. Fight.
Oh! Oh! There we go. Oh! Missed! There we go. Raphael. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good.
My specialty.
Ah.
Feeble.
I would say that you are mine, sir. Never mind the little Hakai ball you got floating around me now. A mud, level 14. Ooh. What weapon is that? I think that's Sean Hawes. Aw, man. That disappeared. Okay, let's, in that case, let's just end the expedition. Oh, no, wait. Here we go. Oh, man. The bandit leaped out of nowhere to block my path. I had no choice but to fight. Your opponent's combos do more damage. Oh, this is Keelik. Huh. Guard durability. That looks like all the evil ones, though. I don't want to do that. We'll see. Oh.
Sucker!
Cerebrus level 13, nice. Boulder weapons. Arrived at destination. Jurisan, the Song Doton. Counter hits do more damage for both you and your opponents. With the merchant's words in mind, I visited the Song Doton. Unfortunately, the infamous warrior I had hoped to meet was absent, so instead I found myself sparring with some of his pupils. After arriving to Jurisan, I made my way to the dojang the merchant had mentioned, the Song Dojang. I was greeted by a pupil and told him the reason for my visit. Unfortunately, my master is currently away. He may be back this evening, but he will be leaving on another journey early in the morning. I'm afraid I cannot let a stranger into the dojang without my master's permission. Perhaps if you come back in about 10 days from now. I had other things to do, so I couldn't afford to stay in town long enough for his master to return. Detecting my disappointment, the people looked sympathetic. I can't let you into the dojang, but many of the younger pupils are training outside. Since you've come all this way, you're more than welcome to join them. Viewing this as a prime opportunity to learn more about the song style, I thanked the man and made my way over to where the pupils were training. We're getting right into it. Perfect. Oh, someone's on. Oh boy. Oh, God. No, you don't. Gotcha. Please don't mind the background noise you're about to hear. I am no longer alone. Completing my sparring matches with the Song Dojang pupils, I set off toward the inn. You there! Wait a minute. This guy doesn't look very elderly. I hadn't realized they were somewhere nearby. Caught unawares, I took a defensive stance. There's no need to be alarmed. I am Sung Hong Leon, master of the Song Dojang. Seems he had seen my sparring matches with his pupils on his way back to the dojang. You are quite an impressive fighter. All of our most advanced pupils were able to provide you a challenge. Am I right to assume you are a traveler? I told Hong Leon, the merchant, of my reason for paying a visit to the dojang. I apologize for not being able to spar with you myself. Should you ever come to the area again, please pay a visit to the dojang. Also, having seen how capable you are, I have something to ask of you. Hong Myung asked me to inform him if I ever saw or heard anything about his only daughter, who ran away from home. Said her name was Song Mina and that she was proficient in the fighting techniques passed down for generations in the Song family, even went as far as to say her skills surpassed his own. She ran away from home not long ago and left a note saying she's headed west in search of the Sword of Salvation. I tried to stop her, but she's a stubborn one. Once she sets her mind on something, there's no convincing her otherwise. I don't know where she gets that foolishness from. He spoke harshly of his daughter, but the expression on his face showed how concerned he was for her well-being. I won't be able to rest easy until she's back here, so I can teach her a proper lesson. I realize it's unfair for me to ask this of someone I just met, but please, help me find my daughter. Stands in my way yet again. Your opponent's health recovers over time and their critical edge does more damage. I'll go and push. Hello, challenger, just joined. Welcome to the stream. Right, some SoulCalibur 6 here. Trying to decide what to do here. Let me counter damage. There we go. Afraid they're going to do that. Not really a big fan of the counts. Cage Curie, level 13. That's Savante's weapon, looks like. Destination. Village of the Wind Deity, the Wind Divination Ritual. On my return to the Village of the Wind Deity, I once again met Plata atop the same hill. I was pleased to hear she remembered me too. The stage is slippery, making it tricky to move around and defeat your opponent. Ooh, this sounds interesting. It won't. On my way back to the Village of the Wind Deity, Plata was again standing atop the hill where I first met her. Her eyes closed. She noticed me and walked over with a smile. I asked her what she had been doing. Same as before, listening to the wind's whisper, seeking news of imbalance and great events. It is part of my training, and a way to hone my powers as a priestess of the winds. Last time we met, she detected the presence of malevolent spirits. These priestesses must have supernatural abilities. I would love to take you to my village, but I have something to ask of you first. Apparently the village was holding a wind divination ritual in 2 days. Hata was to perform a sword dance to honor their gods, but she was feeling nervous. It is less of a dance and more of a practical demonstration of my skills. My village's style is not just for show, after all. However, I can only learn so much practicing by myself, so I was wondering if you would help me. Hata looked a little flustered and nervous, but if it was just practice, I saw no harm in helping her. You really are a good person. Now, let us begin. Winds, hear me. I dedicate this dance to you. Alright, here we go. We're gonna dance with Plata. Isn't that nice?
Battle 1. Fight!
Whoa. Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate.
Battle 2. Fight!
Huh? Ooh. Yay! I gotta be careful here. Ah! Oh, okay, she wasn't very careful. I win by technicality. Yay! I'm sick. Water. When our practice was over, Plata led me to her village. Finally, I'm starting to feel confident about the ceremony. Thank you so much. The winds must have guided you to me. Did I tell you about my cousin, Talon? She's just begun practicing the sword dance. I want to be a good role model for her. Thinking of her cousin, a slight smile curved Plata's lips. The ritual is the day after tomorrow. Do come and watch. I'll tell the elders you'll be there. Two days later, despite being a rather simplistic affair, the event showed how devoted the villagers were to their faith. Plata walked alone into the center of a ring, and the dance began. Her movements were beautiful, graceful, and her sword swung through the air, whipping up a breeze around her. As her dance ended, she sent a gust of fresh wind in my direction, which swirled around me before fading into the distance. I think that was her way of flirting with me. The ritual ended shortly after. I searched for Plata to say my farewells, but she was nowhere to be seen. I eventually found her on the hilltop where we first met. Forgive me. Plata's cheeks were wet with tears. I'm a priestess of the winds, and have much to do before the last priestess of the winds regains her strength, but I'm not strong enough. At the end of my sword dance, I sent the wind to you. It should have cleansed you of all the darkness you bear, but I failed. Tears rolled down her cheeks, and she hastily wiped them away. I wanted to lessen your burden. I stayed by her side until she regained her composure. The sun had begun to set, slowly turning the hill a glorious mirage of red and orange. Thank you for coming to watch the ritual, Katie. If you visit again, I'll introduce you to Talon. Yay! Love to meet up with Talon. And huzzah, level up! Okay. Oh, is that it? Now looks like we've explored all we can. Alright, here we go then. Back to the desert. A message for the agent in black. An eye full of rage. Oh boy. Check out what we got here. Opponents have increased in attack power, but their hope depletes over time. Malfested. This Malfested looks like a possessed Seth Rollins. Oh, there's a talkie weapon. Never mind. Alright then. Let's try this out. Actually. Here we go. I continued along the desert road for what felt like ages. No longer interested in the unchanging scenery around me, I quietly trudged forward with my eyes on the path ahead of me. Groh stopped abruptly and stared at the sand dune in front of us. I strained to see what was holding his attention, but I could see nothing. There are 8 outsiders just beyond the dune up ahead. There are 3 in the shadow of that rock up on the right. I asked him how he knew that. When he turned around to face me, his left eye seemed to glow red for a moment. I will take care of those in front. You handle the rest. Let's go. Whew. This is going to be tough. Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, rematch. I got this. Oh, none of that happens. No, you don't. Okay, this ain't looking good for this one. Yeah. Not good.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Not how I would like things to go. There we go. Oh, how did I miss? Woo, there we go. Third time's the charm yet again. Those were similar to the Malfested we fought in Corvina. Azwel most likely sent them to slow us down. I stole a glance at Groh as he looked down at the Malfested he had defeated. His normally stoic, emotionless face was flushed with a tinge of anger. Perhaps it had something to do with that Malfested-like aura he gave off earlier. Ask him how he knew about the outsiders. Ask him about the strange feeling I got in battle. There is no need for you to know that, though I would imagine you aren't satisfied with that answer. Groh pointed to the lens he was wearing over his left eye. Just think of it as a feature of this lens. Ask him about the strange feeling I got in battle. You're just imagining things. However, Groh paused for a moment and averted his gaze and muttered softly. When Azwel is involved, I do have a tendency to become emotional. I will admit that. Say nothing. We've said all we can. If we stay here much longer, we will play right into Azwel's hands. We should hurry. Maybe I'll see how far I can get in about another hour and then call it a stream. The Ascended Warrior. Ascended Warrior sounds like a Super Saiyan. Alright. Groh's orders were made our way through the desert. But once again, the two qualifiers appeared. This time, however, Valtro had changed considerably. The opponent has gone berserk, gaining increased attack power. Reduce their health and below a certain level to win. And that's disabled once again. We can do this. This wind does not bode us well. Pick up the pace. Hey, your breathing is ragged. Can you continue? Tell me fine. Be honest and say you're struggling. I'm gonna be honest. I thought so, and it seems they did too. Enemies are approaching. Ready yourself. It's been a long time, Groh. So you still haven't washed your hands of that pathetic little group of yours? What a fool. You don't know beauty when you see it. Says the guy with an eye patch. Or what looks like a bootleg scallop. If you still insist on opposing Lord Azwel, I will have to strip your flesh from your bones here and now. Well, that's not very nice. Try it. The ones who cannot escape death are traitors, like Azwel and you. Always barking, aren't you? Come, Walter. Show them the results of the experiments. Shut your mouth. Don't give me words. Shut your mouth. Don't give me words. I use the power Lord Azwel gave me to crush you. Got him. You cannot harm me. Voltro was a large man, but the strength and stamina he showed now was unnatural. Now you know the power of an ascended warrior. This is the fruit of Lord Azwel's research. ... Lord Azwel told me about his experiments on your Groh. He said you were a great help to him. Lord Azwel spoke highly of you. You were the first subject infected with the manifestation to be able to retain no sense of self, after all. I see. Now, Voltro, unleash your full power. Repay your debt to Lord Azwel. I would love it if you used your power to grow. I'm thrilled at the prospect of observing how our older experiments measure up against our latest masterpiece. Ah, this mission truly is a thing of beauty. Lord Azwel shows me I have surpassed the human race. When I finally passed the chest, he smiled. He gave me his love. I'll crush you with the power Lord Azwel gave me. Voltro charged us with unbelievable speed. Instinctively, I closed my eyes and braced for impact. There was a dull thud, and Voltro cried out in confusion and dismay. I opened my eyes to see Groh blocking Voltro with only his left arm. Surpass the human race? Is that what Azwel said? Groh's voice was dripping with murderous intent, and the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Groh's left eye was glowing with a malicious blood-red light. Very well. You wish to know what it is like to surpass the human race? Then know this, outsider. Whoa. In a flash, Voltro fell to the ground, spurting blood. Deliver this message to Azwel for me. Perform whatever experiments, create whatever soldiers you like. It doesn't matter. All who stand in my way will die. No, this isn't beautiful at all. Daniel and his allies fled into the swirling winds of the growing sandstorm. Only once they had completely disappeared did Groh relax, and the deadly aura he gave off abate. Shield blood garnet. On the road again. Search of strength.
A warrior stands in your way.
Those attacks absorb your health. Uh-oh. Forgot about that. I forgot that I can do that. Can I transition into that pose there. Awesome move there. Arrived at destination. Search of strength. Start the battle with 2 bars of the sword gauge filled. Defeat all opponents. Perfect. That is that. There we go. Real. Mortal.
Your soul surges in your body.
Oh yeah, level 20. Hide and shadow level 5. Search of strength.
Stands in your
Of
way.
course. The fool laughed scornfully at me and challenged me in a battle. If I win, I will be rewarded handsomely. The stage is slippery, making it tricky to move around. Defeat your opponent any time limit. Anyways, this is I think this is a stage that doesn't have any ring outs. Gotcha. That's what you get for laughing at me. Search of strength. Warrior opponent awaited me at the end of the journey. With our pride as warriors at stake, we began our battle. Both you and your opponent have greatly increased their power. Interesting.
Battle 1. Fight.
Ouch. Ah, just gonna notice that it's best 2 out of 3. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, another victory. Hide and shadow, level 5. What? Hold on, I just did that. Okay then. I'll do it again.
Stands in your way.
Effect damage when you perform a guard impact. Oh boy. Yeah. Side heartbeat level 5. Why don't stop showing up in the same spots over and over again, please? Start the battle with 2 bars of the soul gauge field. I guess I'll go back there again, and if they just show up, and if it shows up again, I'll just continue on, because I don't want to keep on going back and forth. Oh, let's get it. I have 2 more opponents here for this one. Oh boy. Alright. I haven't really been using soul charge. I think I should use that.
My time!
Oh yeah. Brave 1, level 5. And get attack on the way. Yep.
Stands in your way.
Yep. Oh boy.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woo, level 21. This is good for leveling up at least. Two-handed sword, level 5. I already did this one. Why must I always do the same ones now? I guess these are made purposely for grinding. Keep on doing the same ones over and over.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
Okay. Alright, if that shows up again as the same thing, I'm not taking it. That's a level 5. Okay, no. Good, thank you. We can continue on. Whew. Pretty sure I already did these. Okay, I already did these. I'm just gonna end expedition, and let's go back to the story because we're kind of just doing the same things over and over right now, and that's just no good. Western Takawa, whatever it is, on the road. It was good for leveling up at least. The sandstorm was worse than we'd imagined, so we took cover in some ruins half buried in the sand. I couldn't get what had happened out of my mind and found myself staring at Groh's left arm. If you have something to say, then say it. ... That's all I gotta say. Ask about the power in his left arm, ask about Curtis, ask about Azwel. ... This is the power of an outsider. I became infected on a mission when I was injured in a fierce battle against one of them. Azwel treated the wound. Likely he is partially to blame for what has become of me. But know this, I will use every tool at my disposal to carry out my duties, be it this power or you. Ask about Curtis. He was a friend. I killed him. There is nothing else to say. His experiments were always too risky, too dangerous, even back when he was one of us. After his betrayal, he formed the Qualifiers. They're a group of fanatics who worship the very ground he walks on. Azwel selects the human guinea pigs for his mad experiments from their numbers. Very well. We waited for the sandstorm to pass in silence, though I grew more and more impatient with every wasted moment. Groh sat motionless, his face betraying no emotion. This is nothing compared to the blizzards in my homeland. Even the fearsome Groh had a place he called home. The thought made him seem somehow less threatening and more human. So what happened to the outsider you picked up in Yongguang? Tell him you saved Howran. Tell him his medicine almost killed Howran. Ask him why he gave you the medicine. I see. I could barely believe that you were serious about carrying a bound outsider to some mountain temple, but I suppose that what I perceived as foolishness allowed you to save his life. It seemed that the sandstorm had finally died down. Let's go. There's a city not far from here. We will speak about the astral fissure there. Chapter 3! Yay! Intermingling Fates. Kashgar. Oh, turn back the clock. Yeah, you're right. arduous journey across the harsh desert, I found myself in the embraces of Kashgar. I've arranged to meet my subordinates here. Forgive my tardiness, sir. And what have they decided? Sir, the 12 have spoken. Although it is unclear whether or not the subject is an outsider, the majority have voted to allow him to accompany us on our mission. We're treating this as a special case. Understood. Sir, I have one more thing to report. You found Azwel, or have you located another Astul Fisher? Neither. The 12 wish for you to investigate a facility in the Kashgar suburbs and destroy it if possible. I have the orders here. So Azwel was here. Dion, Natalie, head to the facility and carry out the mission. Sir. Understood. Dion and Natalie walked off. I asked Groh what our next move was. He turned to face me. The location of the Astul Fisher remains unknown, but be ready to leave whenever necessary. When preparations are complete, meet me here. Blacksmith. Go back to Dhaka for a new mission. Merchants of the Wetlands. Bandits abound. The road was finally open, but now bandits were waylaying merchants traveling the reopened land route. A merchant named Lila asked me to escort her, and I happily agreed. However, only critical edges are very effective, but your soul gauge fills more easily. Defeat all opponents. Chicken corner. We're fighting Rainbow again. Oh, why didn't I do this before? Check out all my enemies. I'm stupid. Alright, here we go. When I arrived at the trading house in Dhaka, merchants I recognized from the road repair job were there to greet me, but their expressions were troubled. I bid you welcome. My name is Maharshi. I represent the merchants here in our fair city. The road that was repaired with your help is not seeing much use. Bandits raid it constantly, and few goods make it through. The merchant guildmaster asked me to help him once more by protecting goods and caravans traveling along the road. I nodded my agreement just as a woman arrived. It appeared that the two knew each other. Oh, so you're this famous guard everyone is talking about. I would like to depart tonight, but I need an escort. Are your services available? My name is Lila. It is a pleasure. The wooden road through the woodlands is a narrow and treacherous path for house carts. Horse carts. I said house carts. A little wobble can cause the wheels to slip off the planks and leave you mired. What's that? In the light of the moon, we spotted a number of small boats approaching stealthily through the inlets and water channels by the road. It's them. A group of armed men leaped out of their boats onto a nearby sandbar and charged us. It was an ambush. We'll take that load of goods. Stand back and don't move. Not tonight. Do your job, Katie. You're the brute that beat up our friends before, aren't you? We'll make you pay for that. Violent bandit. Nope. Running at me like that did little good for you, didn't it? The noise he made. Alright, one more opponent. Sucker! Perfect. Yet again.
Come at me.
Retreat! The bandits swiftly boarded their boats and paddled away. You're quite skilled, thank you. I had kept the cargo safe, but something about the bandits' actions bothered me. The way they handled their boats and their retreat seemed practiced. In addition, we had only finalized our departure earlier today, yet they had set up an ambush in an ideal location to catch us. As I pondered the situation, my eyes met those of Lila, who had been gazing at me. She offered me a brilliant smile. Brilliant! Are you done ruminating? Then let us be off, my bodyguard. Chicken corner. The Legend of the Great Pirate. Stage is slippery and your opponents move more quickly. Defeat all opponents. Finding a tavern in a port town is rarely uneventful. Sure enough, some ruffians appear, determined to let me know I had raised their ire. The tavern in the port town was teeming with fishermen, merchant sailors, and all sorts of seafolk. As I sat there eating my dinner, someone from among the boisterous crowd suddenly called out to me. Hey you, I've seen your mug before, haven't I? Huh? Oh yeah, it's that punk that was with Maxie and his crew. I couldn't forget that face even if I wanted to. Because of you, we were adrift at sea for days. We thought we were done for. Although they remembered me, I had no recollection of them. They were part of the pirates I defeated when traveling with Maxie and his crew. We got you now. Hope you're ready for us to send your sword butt to Davy Jones' locker.
The soul of a warrior
Epic
now
fail.
is here to rest.
I should know better than to use that move. Actually, I didn't mean to grab, but cool. Oh. Oh.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Hey. Alright. Oh, okay, good. At least he fell before I did. think I'm gonna play a little daunting game here.
No escape.
No, 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 no! That was not the move I wanted to do.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Oh man, I went to do the pose. Also, the pose I was thinking of was actually the wrong pose I was gonna do. I didn't mean to do that.
Just die!
There we go. Oh boy, oh boy. Whoa, okay. I should probably avoid doing that move. Oh no, he got me. There we go. He knocks on my armor off. Man.
No escape. Try again.
Okay, that was pretty funny. Damn, we'll let you live this time. But things aren't going to be easy for you next time, you hear? Tell that bastard Maxie the same goes for him. As I watched the pirates make their retreat, an elderly fellow sitting next to me handed me a drink. Not bad, sonny boy. I'd say you're probably the ninth strongest person I've seen in my lifetime. Gee, thanks. Here, have a drink, it's on me. I thanked the old man and took the drink, then proceeded to ask him about these 8 people stronger than me. I'm talking about pirates. The 8 people stronger than you are pirates, of course. And speaking of pirates, who comes to mind for you? Francis Drake, perhaps? Sir Francis Drake? Or maybe the red-bearded terrors of the Mediterranean, the Barbarossa brothers. What about the pirate queen Grace O'Malley? You've heard of Drake's cousin, John Hawkins, right? There are hordes of famous pirates, but for me, the king of them all is none other than Cervantes de Leon. Huh? You've never heard of him? Maybe that's for the best, eh? According to the old man's story, he was apparently a great pirate that was known to all who sailed the Atlantic. He's fear and dread incarnate, that's for sure. I saw him once when I was a kid, and after that I was so scared I couldn't get a wink of sleep that night. He sailed the seas on his galleon, the Adrian. Sack then slaughter was his creed, and just his name alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of all who heard it. He was one of the few pirates adept at handling 2 weapons at once. Some say his strikes were as strong as the blows of a kraken. Yes, this is between you and me, by Captain Cervantes. The old man went on seemingly without end. He regaled me with tales of the great pirate Cervantes until the next morning. Captain Cervantes. Alright. The blacksmith. As As I walked through the market enjoying its hustle and bustle, I saw a woman trying to attract the attention of customers. She told me she was a blacksmith and she had a favor to ask. Still take damage when running. Reduce your opponent's health a certain level to win. Let me ask to say Wandering through the city, I heard a cheerful voice shouting to the crowd. I noticed an energetic young woman standing in front of a shop. Oh wait, Shanghai? Nope, just a blacksmith. Gather round, behold bolts of the blacksmith's most beautiful blade, forged by a legendary blacksmith. It boasts untold sharpness. Despite her best efforts, the passerby did just that. Passed her by. Sorry, nothing today either. The girl caught sight of me. Hey you, that's a fine weapon you got there. You capable of handling yourself too? I need you to do something for me. Here's a payment up front. She tossed over a bag of coin, then drew the sword she had been trying to sell and pointed it at me. It's time for a demonstration. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you.
Sorry if you get hurt. Am I losing now?
For yourself.
Some weapon, right?
Gotcha. Thanks, that'll get their attention. Well, everyone, now that you've witnessed the sword in action, why not buy it? I'll even throw in something extra to sweeten the pot. The demonstration seemed to have been a success, and people crowded around here. Some seemed very interested in her other merchandise, too. Oh boy. What an excellent choice. This is our latest axe design. When the swarm of customers was eventually dispersed, the blacksmith walked over to me, smiling broadly. You really saved my skin. If you want to show off a weapon, you gotta use it, right? I complimented her on her passion and courage and her innovative sales techniques, and she grew flustered. Nah, I'm not really doing this for the thrill of commerce. I need the money. I got something I need to get back. Anyway, who cares about that? The name's Bolton, and I'm the boss here at this smithy. Well, I mean, I'm the only one who works here, so, yeah. Anyway, take this as a token of my thanks. I don't just make weapons, you know, I upgrade them too. That material I just gave you is used to do just that. If you need me to upgrade a weapon, you know where to find me. I finished my preparations and went to meet Groh. He was waiting for me. Good, you're here. The situation has changed. Ion and Adley should have reached the facility by now, but I have yet to hear word from them. Something likely happened. We're going after them. Nod. Let us make haste.
Your soul surges in your body.
Woohoo! Level 22. Solo good there. Volta Smithy is now available for use in Kashgar. Here you can use weapon enhancements to add new bonuses to weaponry. You can also synthesize other weapons to transfer the bonuses to other weapons with available slots. Upgrade your favorite equipment to make it even stronger. How to upgrade weapons. Select a weapon with an empty slot and select the materials you wish to use to upgrade them. The weapon will be upgraded and new bonus added. Weapon enhancement. Add a bonus to a weapon. Weapon synthesis. Pass on one bonus from this weapon to another weapon. Weapons used to add new bonuses are lost. Wild Girl in the Ruins. Hide in Shadow, level 16. Any more bonuses to this weapon? I don't know how that worked, but oh well. Alright, we'll use that weapon for now. Nope, don't want to exit the current mode. Still not the same people. Alright. Let's go. Ooh, I apparently have very little to do anything. Alright then. Let's just go with this. Your opponent's high attacks do more damage, but their other attacks are weakened. Ulta wasn't her usual chipper self. I wondered if there was something I could do to help as a thank you for all her kindness. Hammer to metal, Ulta in a bind. The bustling streets of Kashgar were dyed by the colors of the setting sun. I opened a familiar door and the ringing of the blacksmith's hammer paused. Welcome. Oh, it's KD. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'm just finishing up. Let's have a drink. Go on, drink up now. Volta's cheer seemed forced. There was something bothering her, so I asked what it was. She smiled bitterly. Rats. That obvious? The Royal Army wants to take another look at the people that make their equipment, so they're holding an exhibition. That sort of position carries a lot of honor, so I'd normally leap at a chance, but the competition's stiff. Another smith called Yashin's been making a real name for himself lately. His work isn't great, but his prices can't be beat. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. This is a smithy with techniques that have been passed down for generations. The effort I put into the metal makes it something special. Well, my sources of good iron have dried up. There's not much time until the exhibition, and I was wondering how I'd get my hands on some decent material. I asked if I could lend her a hand, and Walter smiled sheepishly. I knew you were a man I could count on. I didn't want to trouble you. But here we are. Thanks for the help. 2 days' travel from the city was a wide salt lake. Much of it had dried up, leaving a flat, wide expanse of land. This used to be the bottom of the sea, and high-quality iron sand accumulated here over the centuries. This land belongs to the local lord, but he's given us permission to gather sand here today. Yeah, but you didn't get permission from us, so get out of here. Your actions thought. You never give up. I guess we'll just have to convince you the hard way. I'm gonna go change the scenery soon. Oh yeah. Oh, come on.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Should have seen that coming. This is the same weapon I beat up earlier. Go. There we go. Damn you, we won't forget this. Watch your backs. The ruffians uttered one last threat before fleeing the beach. That wasn't really a beach, that was more like a desert. That lot works for Asim, the local mercenary captain. He's of noble birth, but fortune comes and goes, right? Volta muttered as she grasped her pick. Almost said prick. Oops. Something was on her mind, but this was not the time to pry. The smith dug quickly through the layer of salt, revealing black earth underneath. There we are. Yes, this is the quality I was looking for. I really owe you for this. Thanks. Volta gave me a delighted smile. Lead one. Wild Girl in the Ruins. We came across what we were looking for not too far from town. While at first glance it seemed to be an empty ruin, Groh informed me that Azwel had built a laboratory inside. However, it appeared we were not the only ones interested in it. I guess we'll get rid of this. The entrance must be hidden around here somewhere. Get searching. I nodded and set out to search the area. Before long, I heard a banging sound in a woman's voice. It's Songmina. I just don't get it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Like here. Yeah, tall. Or here. Hiya. You there. What are you doing? Who are you? Can't you see I'm busy? It is not safe here. Leave now. Thanks for the advice, but I have business here. If you're going, Groh, you should continue to inspect the ruins wall. How many times must I tell you, fool? Who are you calling fool? The name is Songmina. I don't know who you are, but if you're looking for a fight, you've got one. If I lose, I'll leave. Deal? Songmina readied her weapon. Groh shook his head, then looked over at me. How irritating. I shall leave this one to you, Katie. I only kill outsiders. Sounds like you expect me to kill her. I'm not going to kill Songmina. Annoying as she can be sometimes.
Battle 1. Fight!
Adding another SoulCalibur veteran. Indeed, Songmina is actually one of the true OGs of Soul series. He's in the very first
Show me what you got. Battle 2. Fight!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh.
Battle 3. Fight!
And that is that. Songy Mimi. You lost, now leave. Sniff. Come, Katie. Oh, poor Songy. Hook, line, and sinker. Spiritual strength. Oh, come on. I already did that. Alright. Actually, I do believe I'm going to end it here for the night. Call it a night. So, to all those who watch this live on Twitch or watching this on YouTube, thank y'all very much for watching, and I hope y'all remember to turn back your clocks. Those of you who have to do that. Daylight savings is a thing. It's a thing that's happening tonight, so... Yep, that is that. And once again, I thank everyone else for the follow. Down to the final 5 followers. Before affiliate, at least. So, we will see how long it takes to get those final 5. Alright, so... Until next time, Canada 12, and peace out, y'all. Might stream this next. Maybe I'll actually stream something else. Besides this for my next stream, but we'll see. Until then, have a good night, everybody.